question is, what was her first initial thought when she decided to marry him? I get things happen 30 years, like, you don't think 30 years down the line, but I don't know the details. It seems like it's because of his amputation. How are you gonna vow he takes care of you for 30 years, dying from sickness, illness, and then he gets his leg amputated? A year later, you decide to divorce him?
Y'all, there's more information coming out about the LaVar Ball and Tina divorce story, and it's starting to get messier. Now the real tea is starting to be spilled. Ever since he announced that him and Tina were getting a divorce, he just casually admitted, in the same sentence, that he already had a new woman, right? So the internet has been trying to figure out what really happened behind the scenes, because you don't just say, I'm getting a divorce, I got a new chick and all that, in the same breath, right? And now people are leaking what they claim is the real story. Of course, this is all alleged, but even if it's half true, it definitely changes how people might look at this divorce. Since he made the announcement, people have been debating who's really at fault here. To be honest, nobody knows. A 30-year marriage, you're just not going to be able to easily pick a side. One side says Tina is wrong for allegedly leaving after LaVar went through one of the toughest periods of his life. People point out that he had his leg amputated last year, and they feel like this was the worst possible time for a marriage to end. That young man at the beginning, like he said, he gets his leg amputated and now she wants to leave. I mean, that's how a lot of people are looking at it. The other side is asking a completely different question. How do you announce you're getting a divorce and already have another woman lined up? That's what has, people raising their eyebrows. A lot of folks immediately started wondering if this relationship actually started before the marriage ended. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. People have started sharing what they claim really happened behind closed doors. Again, this is all alleged based on what people close to the situation are reporting and saying. And I want to give a shout out to Carcino for Life because he shared this information. He has connects in the entertainment world. And he said he picked up the phone and made a call and got the real tea. So that's what I'm letting you guys know here. So according to the allegations, the Ball family business reportedly took a major financial hit, lost millions. LaVar apparently wasn't listening to anyone around him, including Tina. They were trying to give him advice in terms of, this is what we should do with the company, trying to give him health advice, all these things, right? Even before the amputation, they're saying Tina was encouraging him to take better care of his health, but he was not listening. I mean, they damn near make it sound like he was being an asshole. I mean, I'm just saying. According to what's being alleged, Tina stayed by LaVar's side during the whole leg amputation. She was helping nurse him back to recovery. But during that time, she supposedly discovered, now this is the big, alleged part, that LaVar had an inappropriate relationship with one of his assistants. Now, the story they broke yesterday, or one of the stories, was that he met some Colombian woman on vacation or something. That may not necessarily be true. But apparently they're saying that she found out that he was having an inappropriate relationship with one of his assistants. Now, if that's true, and I want to stress this is only an allegation, that does completely change the conversation, because now it isn't simply Tina decided to leave, because that's kind of how he said it in the interview, right? It's now maybe Tina have finally reached her breaking point. And with his personality, I'm surprised she lasted this long, to be honest. I mean, he seems like a handful. When he said Tina just wanted to go her own way, I remember thinking, it has to be more to this story. The way he casually just said it, nah. After almost 30 years of marriage, people don't usually just wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm done. You got too much invested. So when people walk out of a situation like that you've been there for 30 years, is way more to the story. Most of the time, there's years of buildup that the public would never know about or never see. So according to people speaking about the situation, LaVar was allegedly difficult during his recovery. He reportedly pushed family and friends away, didn't want to see him, didn't want people to come around. But yet the assistant allegedly continued to have regular access to him. And I guess that's one of the things that raised an eyebrow for Tina. Again, these are all allegations that have not been independently confirmed. But if it's true, I could understand why Tina may have reached her limit. Think about it. If you've been spending months taking care of your husband after a life-changing surgery, helping this man recover, supporting him every day, dealing with wiping his behind, or whatever you got to do, and then you allegedly discover he's been stepping out, not only to mention with somebody that's probably been part of your close inner circle and assistant, yeah, I think a lot of people would be done. I would be. That doesn't just happen overnight. That sounds like years of frustration finally boiling over. Now, I don't know how much of this is actually true. Like I said, Carcino for Life is the one who dropped a lot of this tea. But I will say this. When a marriage that lasted almost 30 years ends, there's usually a whole lot more going on behind the scenes than what gets shared on one live stream and from his mouth only, right? Maybe LaVar's version is exactly how it happened. Maybe Tina has a completely different story. Right now, we're only hearing one side publicly. So y'all tell me, what do y'all think? Do you believe LaVar's explanation that Tina simply just woke up one day and wanted to go her own way? Or do you think these allegations, if true, paint a much different picture of why this marriage is really ending after almost 3 decades? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if more comes out about the story, I'm already on it. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.